Cool.
So I found a Chicago person, for and in whom we are going to interview.
Nice.
And she may even come into the session tonight. We'll see what happens. What happens? Let me bring it up because I promised to give her a 90-day paid sub for agreeing to be interviewed by me. So everybody that's on the call on Sunday nights live at 7:00,
Okay.
I'm going to one-on-one interview a Chicago resident who will talk about what local Chicago looks like and why Trump saying he's going to invade Chicago is bullshit.
Good. That'll be interesting to see.
So yeah. I'm definitely going to let's see.
Oh, you'd be fucking kidding me.
Don't listen to that, by the way.
Damn fucking game.
Don't listen to them. They're losing badly at a game they don't know how to play. Fuck you.
Not my problem that, not my fault that the game tracking is broken.
So, all right, now let's see if we can snag a Rick. He might have resurrected. Yeah, Cynthia, my partner and my eldest child are hilariously entertaining individuals. Oh, by the way, did you read the story today, Lisa?
No, I did the driving thing and the shopping thing and the animal feed thing, and then my son and my other son of another mother.
Oh, you're awake now. Okay, your garage is open though.
Yeah, it's dark outside.
Okay, so it's dark outside. All right, I just wanted to be sure you were aware of that.
Thank you. I am.
It's dark outside. When did that happen?
When that big ball in the sky that is light just moves.
It's only 10 minutes to 8 here,
It's not even porch time yet. No,
not porch time for another 38 minutes.
Huh.
All right, so let me get the item up. Let me get the item up here.
Well, I'm gonna get the article up on.
So have we all been to war.gov yet?
What?
Is that the new
They did it?
Yes. It went live. War.gov went live today. That's the Department of Defense.
Oh.
I
So what
can't.
war are we fighting that it's now a War Department instead? That's what I want to know. Because it hasn't been a War Department since World War II.
Yes, war. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again, Aaron.
Absolutely nothing.
Never heard of that song before.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Hey, Elaine said she'll come on. Do you want to get rid of me for Elaine?
No.
Okay.
No, fuck you.
Ellie.
No, fuck you. Wait, Ellie joined?
Did she?
No.
She's a side quest.
Maybe if Ellie joined, I would think about it, but
okay.
But
now I know where I sit in all of this.
Oh my God, the pecking order! Wow, I'm stressed out now. I'm like,
so.
You should realize that he's been begging for you for days, so we know where we all sit.
Yes. Oh, no.
So Hegseth said that the name change represented a new focus on maximum lethality, not tepid legality. I'm with Rick. I want to vomit. I want to vomit under that predication completely. And that makes me sick.
There's that thing on Wonkat the other day where they got those Haitians and dealt with them with lethal whatever and didn't kill any of them. It's like, you don't understand what lethal means, I don't think.
Okay.
So here's my thing about it. I have this thing about it, and the thing about it is this. And I made a reference to this actually, and the reference is this. By shifting from defense to war, these ass clowns are reprogramming our consciousness to embrace perpetual conflict as our natural state.
Correct. Which we've kind of been good about for a long time, really. You know, they're always looking for somewhere to put us into.
Right.
They're always trying to find somebody to send it. And they want to go into Greenland and Canada. So that's what
Yeah,
scares me.
but Lisa, the thing I don't understand is why now are we, like going in this bent of maximum lethality, and yet the we went out of all these wars, and Trump settled 37 wars in 3 minutes, and all this bullshit, right? And
Yeah.
I gag when I hear that, and yet he repeats it like the demented prick that he is, and okay,
There's
so
nothing real in our world right now as far as AIDS.
yeah, that is
Excuse me.
that's true. I mean that is
It's all fake. It's
and
all about
it's performative, and it's like, and hey, keg stand is performative to begin with, and
yeah.
his whole, why the fuck is he there in that
Mhm.
position that is
He
so
has no qualifications for it whatsoever.
So right. So we're talking about Wag the dog.
Pretty much.
This is the whole war.gov changing the Department of Defense to the Department of War is a wag the dog move. Distracts the public. That's what.
yeah, okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
It's
So
I mean, pretty soon. I was sitting there this afternoon. I was thinking about something. I was like, what other confetti are they gonna shove into the fan to blow at us to stop the Epstein thing, right? Because right now everything seems like it's a function of distraction, maximum distraction, more maximum distraction to stop, and maybe we here don't necessarily see the betrayal that is. I'm watching it, unfortunately, on X. There's this sense of betrayal that has happened, in the MAGA base, that is underreported. I mean, it's like they're almost suppressing it, putting their finger on the stop it button to even the mainstream media to say, hey, don't cover this story. There's nothing to see here.
So does that mean you haven't watched the Mike Johnson video yet?
I have not. I hate that guy. He makes me
So
every
here
follicle hair
I'm gonna
stand up.
drop this blue sky link. I'm gonna drop this blue sky link, and you're gonna watch this later, but I'm gonna tell you how it plays out.
Okay.
Is this Mike Johnson is now saying that Donald Trump was an FBI informant to try to capture Epstein, and that's why he's in the Epstein files.
We predicted it, though. We said this was going to happen.
I woke up in yet another alternate dimension timeline. I swear to God, I was asleep, and this isn't real. Cannot be.
So Trump is in the
Don't you
Epstein
know that he was
files.
working for the FBI so
Yes.
long ago?
Trump is in the FBI. Trump is in the Epstein files because he was an FBI
Cover
informant
informant.
to catch Epstein.
Oh, Wow. All right.
I don't even have hair, and I'm trying to pull my hair back.
Yeah. The boy, they must have an army of like an entire floor of some building somewhere of the professional bullshit generators where they come up with a like, how can we take this shit and twist it a certain way? Because I'm at a loss for words. I really am. If anybody believes that fucker was like, I'm like,
No,
how dumb.
MAGA will buy it. Some of MAGA will buy it, and the reason they will is because the cognitive dissonance of realizing the truth is more than they can handle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, listen to Elaine. Snitches are bitches who end up with stitches.
So that means he's a snitch now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He coined biosolids. That's more likely. Surely guaranteed to be awarded the Nobel taking what
The
prize?
piss prize, Dimitri, you are in the right crowd. You're in exactly the right crowd.
Taking the piss. We got it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So now we have to talk about North Korea.
Yeah.
In 2019, Donald Trump ordered a secret SEAL Team 6 strike team to go in and kill Kim Jong-un, and they failed.
Net kills. Wiretap.
That's right. Go into North Korea to wiretap Kim Jong-un, and they fucked it up.
Oh, okay.
And Trump is now denying that he was aware of any Navy SEAL team going into North Korea in 2019 while he was president.
Okay. Well, I don't think the man's aware of, what he had for lunch today, but that's beside the point. Where did that come from? I mean, is that a substantiated report with like,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So, okay.
So the Times has reported it. Their source has been verified.
Yeah.
And the White House is not denying it. But Trump is saying he doesn't remember.
Doesn't remember. I don't recall, Senator. Okay.
So, Ollie North, right? I don't recall.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't recall.
Of course.
It's classic Ollie North. Yeah. The Times reported that a group of Navy SEALs went on a top secret mission with Trump's direct approval to plant an electronic device to intercept North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, communications while he was engaged in nuclear talks with the U.S.
Okay.
The mission unraveled. The Times reported this. The SEALs opened fire on a North Korean boat and killed everyone in it.
That I can believe. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then retreated without planting the device. The Trump administration at the time reportedly did not notify members of Congress before or after the mission.
Yeah, that's illegal. Okay. Right.
Yeah. So
there's that.
there's that.
Wow. This guy just when it's up to here, he can take it up yet another level. That's always amazing. It's like why the hell would that come out now, right? I mean, in
Right.
2025 in September, why are we now hearing about it?
I have my suspicions.
Yeah.
She has her suspicions.
Well, I'm all ears. You want to? Yeah.
Oh, here you go. My partner coming through.
Yeah, John Bolton was one of the advisors for the mission, and
Oh,
got arrested. Makes me wonder if he's the one that leaked it to the Times.
that okay. Yeah, that worked. Wow.
Um.
Oh man.
Well, and then too, yeah, Beth raises an interesting point. I think it's conveniently coming out at the same time that the Venezuelan boat shooting incident.
Oh, that
That's
yeah.
such a.
That was my whole article today. Yeah, I got up to hearing that, and that thing is radically.
So Rick, take a few minutes, talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to remember all of it from memory, but the gist of it goes like this, right? You cannot. the- First of all, the thing was, Trump put it up on his, truth, lying, whatever failed social media platform, and like a moron, he states all of these things. We did this, and I ordered this, and blah blah blah. And maybe that's because he thinks he's covered. He's immune from any prosecution for anything, and the old Fifth Avenue defense, I guess. But the problem with what happened is that drone imagery from above, like here's boat, here's drone. It is so clear and so high resolution. You can make out that there are literally there's first of all there's nowhere for the crew to hide in this boat. It is a fucking speedboat, and it's got three outboard gigantic motors on it, and it is hauling ass. Now, I'm not saying these guys were white as the driven snow, not at all. What I am saying is that in that boat, you could also tell that it was basically fucking empty. There wasn't anything in it that unless it was packed into like the framing of the boat or whatever, that you could like say, oh, here's pounds and pounds and pounds of drugs. All right. That's part one, which is that. Now the law is really, really clear. And I counted by the time I gave up that there are at least 24 or 25 separate laws that all orbit around illegality of going after people in peacetime, prohibiting assassinations of individuals, that murder one, that old thing, and then um, dropping using the military in the way that it was employed. All of these things are illegal. There's probably enough charges that you could back up a court for the next 10 years to take out on Trump. And if you need a little bit more proof of that, all you have to do is go over to the Rubio press conference and do a quick take of what Rubio would not say, right? He
Right.
was very specific in the way he worded every fucking sentence that came out of his mouth. And the reason he was because I think he knew damn well that what you say can and will be held against you in a court of law, whether or not you're Secretary of State or King Donald. That particular thing he said, he basically deferred everything in that conference to the Pentagon, saying, yeah, well, go ask them how many people, if anybody died, what the casualties are, what the problems were, et cetera, et cetera. And that was like a dead giveaway. And he's got just on that point alone, there's major legal problems. Yet the odd, this is I'll be honest with you. I sometimes I get my ideas for what article I'm going to write from odd places, and that particular article, today's one, was from Jonathan Larson and his Substack, because he reported on it. He's like, President confesses to murder, right on Truth Social, and he went through it in his logic, his way. And I said, "Oh man, I have to research this thing myself to actually take apart the law and hear the individual argument and the individual pieces of it, so I can stack it up." And I'll say at the end of it, Larson is funny. That's his shtick, right? But I came at it from a less funny view and said, look, if we applied real honest to God, lawyering here to this thing, what would we come up with? And the answer is it's murder. It is literally murder, because even if these people were carrying drugs, let's take that worst case scenario. The there is no legal standing upon which you can say that people who are committing an offense like that should be just blown to smithereens, and you know, like that.
It's not a death penalty offense.
It is not. No, it's not it's at all. And that, and the second thing is you got to consider what kind of missile was used on that thing based on what the analysis of from experts said. They all concurred same thing. It was a Hellfire missile. Those things travel at point of impact at 1,996 miles per hour, and they hit that thing, and they're packed with a particular type of explosive that increases the amount of pressure around it when it goes off. And when it goes off, it is timed with lethal precision to go off just directly before it impacts. And it literally vaporized these people, because when it burns, there's thermite inside of these warheads that goes up around 10,000 degrees to start with, and will flash up to about 40,000, or I'm sorry, 20,000 degrees for a moment, which is hot enough to just basically incinerate anything. So they took out all the evidence, they took out everything with it when they fired the missile. And was more than likely, by the way, fired either from an attack helicopter, or more likely it was from one of those drones you see that are not the four wing things that go up and down. I'm talking about drones that fly through the air really fast. And it was also being monitored and recorded by a second drone that was more stationary above the target. So the whole thing is just loaded with illegalities, and there's a whole chain of command that can be pulled in and should be pulled in. And here's the kicker. The thing at the end of my article was answering the question, who the fuck has called in Congress for people to show up and testify about this? And there was one and only one Democrat who stood up. Don't remember his name right now, too late in the day, but stood up and said, I'm concerned about the legal footing upon which this whole maneuver was done. And then he sat down, and that was it. He didn't say, I think there should be hearings on this. We should do it in in front of the defense subcommittee. It's not, or sorry, the Department of War subcommittee, I guess they're called now. And there's really no, there is no basis for it. So it's a horrible, it's like a way overkill, it's way illegal, and it's way problematic. And yet our corporate media sponsored folks out there are like, we didn't even notice, oops, just went sailing right by.
They just report it credibly, like, oh yeah, that was wonderful of us, and off it goes.
And by the way, just as a note to our viewers, the other thing to note about this is that as we get farther into this fascist horse shit, one of the things I really encourage you to do, and it came true in this particular case, that it was much more effective reporting from outside of the United States than inside of the United States. I got much more credible, much more well-researched information about the law, the interpretation of the law, the actual events. All of that stuff came from Australia, came from the United Kingdom, came from Germany, came from France. And so and there were other news sources too. But we need to get more intelligent about how we get our news. There's in the independent media movement, and that's a great thing. But if you need an organized kind of news operation to feed you something or get more information, don't hesitate to go over to the UK. The Daily Mail, there's a ton of papers over there, and I rely for a lot of the financial stuff I talk about on the Financial Times. They used to be the Financial Times of London, but they're now just the Financial Times because they have a big office in New York, I guess. So, I go to a lot of places that originate their news reporting outside the United States. And I think the farther we go down this rabbit hole with Trump and this bullshit, it's going to be more necessary for us to be vigilant about not trusting the ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, all of these others, CNN.
I had this exact conversation with the person I'm going to interview on Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
So, and you should tune into that, Rick. So Sunday night at 7:00, I'm going to interview a years-long Chicago resident.
Oh, cool. That's interesting on a couple of levels. Yeah.
Who is going to talk about the nature of what current life in Chicago is like, and why Trump saying he's going to send the National Guard into that city is bullshit.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. So there's two interpretations of bullshit. The definition bullshit meaning it's not necessary, or it's bullshit in that
teleport over here.
If it does happen, it's going to result in violence, or both. Do you know what the the bullshit,
basically this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Without revealing the nature of how the interview is going to go.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to step on that at all.
This person lives and traverses into multiple areas of the city.
Okay.
Shit.
And there aren't problems.
Okay, so let me back me up just one step. Because of the Venezuelan boat thing, my brain was mostly tuned into that this morning when I was writing. Has the Guard been actually deployed into the streets of Chicago yet?
It has not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So what is this? Okay, but anyway, I don't want to keep asking you questions about it. But
the purpose of interviewing this person is to understand what the local experience in Chicago is like now.
Right. Okay.
And so she's made a habit on her TikTok channel of literally talking about, this is my day-to-day life. This is how it works. This is where I go in Chicago. And I may drag Lisa into that conversation because Lisa lives in Chicago. So Lisa,
well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Lisa Third Estate. If you could come into Sunday night's interview at 7, I'd be hugely appreciative.
Yeah, that would be great.
And so,
I know Lisa's all over that. So that's
you might even know this person. I'm just gonna say, but anyway. So, but she's super friendly, and so it was, from my perspective, it was a fresh face, and I wanted to interview her. And interestingly enough, I sent her a text on TikTok, and she was like, "Oh, you're not a bot or somebody that wants to offer me $5,000."
Oh yeah, that's so much fun when you find people that
an actual real person. And I said, "Oh yes, I'm a real person." And so I told her, I'm like, "Here's my Signal. You can message me on a Signal." And she did. And then she called me and she was like, "So you are actually a real person?" And I said, "Yes, I'm a real person. I am an independent journalist." And we talked back and forth. And so she has a real interesting perspective. And so, yeah, Lisa Third Estate, I would really love for you to participate in that interview. But I also, this person is has a very eclectic background that I wanted her to talk about, which is why I offered to interview her. So it should be a really fun time.
Yeah, and Lisa the Third Estate too, and I had some back and forth, and we've talked once on the thing about talking a little bit more about life in Chicago too, and so she's got a great perspective and a great ability to and if you watch some of her content on either TikTok or YouTube or here, on Substack, then there's a lot of great stuff that she's posted so far. So really cool. Well, so anyway, summing up that Venezuelan thing, there should be, the first step in this. And I think here's one of my wonderings, my ponderings after having written that article was, I wonder if the mass corporate media is avoiding it because it truly is something that any other president should and would be impeached on. I mean, that once you boil it, I mean, strip the bullshit away, strip all the other things away. It is murder at the end of the day. It was unsanctioned, And that was the other thing I pointed out too, which was very relevant in the legal side of it, and that is that this, if for those of us that were around and very well and very alive in 2001, it was a totally different story. If you kind of equate this to that, they are not the same thing at all. There were laws in place, there were things that were permissible that expired after a period of time, that allowed us to go after, this in 2001. It was a planned, well coordinated attack, and on us, we were reacting in a defensive way. There were certain laws that allowed some things to happen, some of which we wish had not happened, but just for the inhumanity of it. But others that, they kind of had it coming to them for being so brazen about how they operated. But this Venezuelan thing was not that, and where it was done,
it really came across as a rally around the flag event.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, which again, that's back to the wag the dog.
And the Trende Aragua or Agua or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Those guys. They're
by the way, my interviewee, I believe, just joined the chat. That's Suzanne Bracken. Suzanne Bracken. Hi, Suzanne. Please identify yourself as the person I'm going to interview on Sunday.
We need proof of life, please.
No, we need proof of life. No,
just kidding. Anyway, hold up a newspaper with today's date on it. So anyway, what the fuck was I gonna say? It was something, but it was something about something. It was something about a thing. I don't remember what the hell it was now. So it's all right. Blew that thought straight out of my head.
Carrie, you're confusing my host.
Sorry.
No problem.
So we should talk about RFK.
No,
oh, that little
Mr.
fucker.
Greenworm?
Well, so now John Barrasso from Wyoming has come out and said, you need to resign.
John, so that would almost by default be a Republican, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Given the state. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Given Wyoming.
We're talking about Wyoming. There's no politician in Wyoming that is any other than a Republican.
Right. There's no D's in Wyoming.
And he is the Senate's number 2 ranking Republican leader.
Oh, wow.
He says, I support vaccines. I'm a doctor. Vaccines work. Secretary Kennedy, in your confirmation hearings, you promised to uphold the highest standards for vaccines. Since then, I've grown deeply concerned, and you need to resign.
So this was not the black representative who was that? No, that was a Democrat. Okay, I don't remember.
That was my senator here in Atlanta, Raphael Warnock, who was like,
"That's it, Warnock."
Warnock said, "We've seen more deaths in the last year than we've seen in 2 decades by measles."
Right. He stuck the knife in and twisted it, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Every word that man said just was like, yes, chef's kiss. But so now we have people, because if you didn't listen to anything that guy said yesterday, please do, because he's on YouTube all over the place. RFK Jr. is a nut job, and he is, I love, you guys know, I love Jeff Tiedrick. I love the way he laid he was so pissed in his article today, and he laid it out just like dang, ding, ding, bing, 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 bing. You just watch one video after the next, and he tees it up about what a complete piece of shit moron this guy is. And he makes Tiedrick didn't have to work very hard, to be honest with you. You just had to lay the clips out sequentially,
right,
and say, look at this. Kennedy sat there and threw it back in some senator's face or whatever's face and said, hey, This is you're just disparaging me. This is all lies. I never said any of that. And then the next clip is his ass on Fox saying exactly a week before everything that the senator said that he'd said. So it's like, dude, what reality are you living in? And why are you still there? Because you really are. And I on a personal note, I have not really personal, but on a Substackian note, I will say I have had more people contact me in the last week with the most basic, like, can you publish a list of what is and what is not recommended by the CDC? So, because you kind of do that thing of putting that information together and kind of putting it out there for people. And I said, well, yeah. And I haven't gotten it together to do that yet, but that was just 2 days ago that I got the ask, but I was going to do it like tonight or tomorrow. And it's seriously screwed up. It is seriously a set of, cross signal wires. People don't know, parents don't know, and there's what to do. And now you've got in the mix, you got Florida saying, oh, hell, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go back to, let's have people die of the bubonic plague, and for fuck's sake, and it's ridiculous.
Don't get polio again.
Yeah, let's get polio. Let's make sure it's thoroughly horrible. I mean, we're laughing, but it really is. It really is just dangerous and
Look at
pathetic.
whooping cough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we make polio great again?
Yeah. I mean, where holy crap, the measles, mumps, rubella, the MMR vaccine. I have watched Kennedy open his mouth on videotape more than once. Just trash. Decades and decades and decades and millions upon millions, dozens of millions of people who have been safely treated with no real side effects. Children, sorry, it's the safe side effects. It's an asinine stance that puts our health at risk, because when the CDC starts, taking its finger and tipping the scale or pressing on the scale to say, oh, we think you ought to think about this. I mean, being a parent isn't easy, and having another layer of decisions that you have to make now and filter and judge as opposed to just go do it is not helpful at the very least, and it can be dangerous and stupid at the other end of it. If you saw that map, I loved it. In West Texas, they had a map. It was of where all the measles outbreaks were, and then where the deaths were tragically. And it's just basically a straight line down the middle of Texas, go to the west, and that's where all the counties are that have all of the outbreaks that were there. And measles is not a thing that is to be messed with. It is something that, I had the actual, sorry, I had it. I gotta go. I'll explain later.
Well, it's almost 8:30 anyhow.
Yeah, we're right at the hour mark. So let's see if Rick comes back. But but yeah, to Rick's point, I mean, he's completely right. Rob C, Rick and I are complete agreement over what a visceral piece of shit Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is. I mean, I literally posted in my notes stream today a picture of John F. Kennedy with the quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what the fuck is wrong with my nephew." Because I just want to say that's the thing, right? That's totally a thing. You know,
Where'd you get that?
of course, I did a couple of other things today that were really bad, but yeah, Rob, yeah, you're in the right crowd if you're enraged by this shit, because I am too. I'm not sure if I follow you, Rob, but I'm about to.
Oh shit.
So maybe we won't get Rick back, but
No, you kind of said like you had to go.
Yeah.
Explain it later.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Lisa, did you have anything that you wanted to add at the bottom?
No, I should be like on the porch in 2 minutes.
Yeah, you got like porch time in like 2 minutes, so
Yeah.
I don't want
I
I don't
still have
want
to
to
go
keep you.
potty. So,
Yeah, all right. Go to the bathroom. I'll close it up.
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
How do I get out of here?
I got you. Great session tonight, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the hearts. The hearts feed the algorithm. It always helps. Um, so I will say, as I say with every live, thank you for coming. If you're a new person, please consider subscribing. If you are a free subscriber, consider being a paid sub. Paid subs get a bunch of privileges that other people don't get to have. So consider that. But with that, I will say, look, if you're in a safe space, get there and stay there. Um, I can't do this without all of you. We can't do this without each other. Um, and we meet every night. You kind of see how we do this. We're all just a giant family, and we all care about each other. And a bunch of us are social with each other outside the publication, and that's always a positive thing. So with that, I will tell all of you good night. I love you. Stay safe out there. Do good things, and then I'll see everybody here on Sunday.